Ooh. Good to see you. Oh, did my voice be that good today? Okay. Just hold on, few. We're about to start now, and just hold on. Give me a few minutes to get started. Okay. Let me leave it here. Okay. All right. 1 minute. 1 minute. Yeah. Thank you very much. It's good to be back. I am also very grateful that I'm able to hold this live broadcast today. So thank you for joining us, joining me for this broadcast. I'm grateful to have you. And if you're just, you did not join me live and you're just watching this video for the first time, my name is Nsyk Ukim, and I'm happy to have you here in my channel. Watch my video. Today we're focusing on a subject that I know might be very interesting to you. Yes, for the fact that you're watching this shows that you are interested in the topic. However, before I continue with that, I would like to discuss briefly why we are interested in discussing this topic, as in the reason why I selected this topic for discussion. Okay, I noticed around in the community, and especially among people closer to me, who keep complaining that they are not able to get a dime out of their TBC. They have not been able to make even one sale of TBC or a dollar of TBC, $100 at least. They've not been able to, be able to make transactions, be able to sell anything or exchange their TBC for goods and services or for cash. They have not been able to do that. In short, they don't even enjoy any cash flow in the system. So that informed my decision to actually pick up this cash flow series that I am actually doing on this TBC live broadcast. That is some of the problems that people face on generating cash flow in TBC, and then how that issues can be actually settled. That is the bottom line of the entire discussion. Now, last week, I took out time to, last video, I took out time to discuss the reason why people find difficulties, in enjoying cash flow because of the system they follow. Okay, their approach towards the business. We realize that some persons are actually careless about the entire thing. Some are and just doing it at their spare time. They're not even taking it as real business. Some just wait. Anytime the thing comes up, we would I will enjoy anytime the thing it goes into mainstream. Maybe we have 1 billion members, and TBC become liquid. That time, yes, they are going to enjoy TBC. Yet they don't stop complaining that they don't have anything. So we realize that a lot of persons with different approach, you know, results in them having nothing to show for their TBC, for their success rather. They don't have anything to show for success, as in cash flow success. So that is one of the problems people have. We also discovered that some who are curious, who are serious, who are trying to go about the TBC business also do it in a wrong way. They just want to get there and now sell their TBC to people straight ahead and make some money. Without understanding that everything has a process, everything has a system, there are methods, there are rules that govern things, that it would not just happen like that. What they fail to understand is that the leaders who are successful in TBC do not just go out there and tell people they want to sell TBC for them. They don't just go out there and tell people, so come and buy my TBC, and people come and buy. No, what they actually do is to provide education to people. We discussed that last week. Provide education to people, and then following that, a lot of people now came to realize the importance of keying into TBC, and then they make up their mind, and then have it invest in TBC through these guys that were able to provide education to them. So that's sort of the one of the principle and key thing that you need to understand. Successful in your TBC business. Is very important. So in addition to that, last video, I also discussed how to find new prospects. How to find new prospect. We discussed 4 steps that can help you to prospects. Okay, so if you have not been able to watch that video, please just go through my channel. You are going to see that video, TBC live broadcast number 11. TBC live broadcast number 11. How to find new prospects. You're going to see that. So I encourage you to actually watch that video, because that's the beginning of your cash flow system. You're going to see steps that are needed, for you to build a large list of prospects that will help you or see you through your success in TBC. So you really need to watch that video. Okay. Now we want to get into the main business of the day. You may ask, what is the main business of the day? All right, the main business of the day is we're discussing today as a follow-up of what we discussed yesterday. In the last video. Remember, in the last video was how to find new prospects. So when you have gotten this prospect, you've had these new prospects. Wow, you have a great list of them. You followed all the steps that I have listed out there, and you feel, wow, this is a good opportunity for you. Now, what is the next thing you should do? Okay, what's the next thing you should do with that list that you have? What's the next thing you should do? So that is what we're going to discuss today. That's what we're discussing today, which is inviting prospects. Because the next thing after you have this prospects, you will now look at how to go and invite them. Remember what I said earlier when we discussed last video rather. We have discussed how people go about prospecting people wrongly. Okay, because they just go like they want to go and get you immediately for you to sign up with TBC without giving you the proper education. So without giving others the proper education, with that, individuals don't know, they can't key in immediately. So today we are looking at, there are some rules that you have to follow if you are to invite your prospects successfully. Okay, after these rules, we will discuss some steps that is needed for you to be successful in inviting your prospects. Okay, so Just follow along the videos one after the other. We are going to get the follow up the series. Like I said, rules for inviting prospects. That is what we are focusing today. Now, when we are looking at how we can invite our prospects, there are uh, there are things that we can do right, and then at the end we become successful. There are things we can do wrong, at the end we fail. Okay, and some people, when they fail, instead of tracing back to see what they did not do right, the entire system is not working, whereas others are making a whole lot of money out of the entire system. So we want to understand that the methods that we follow sometimes are what really hinders our progress, what really stop us from being successful. So if we are ready to learn from those mistakes we made and then fine tune them or reinvent them and then or follow a different strategy or learn something new, okay, that will lead us to success, then definitely we are going to succeed. Okay, so inviting prospects, the common rules that we want to focus now. Now, before we go further, what are some of the common mistakes people make when it gets to inviting their prospects? What are some of the common mistakes that people make? Like, let me just take one view of time. You have a list, just like we believe. You have a list of persons you feel you want to talk to them about TBC. Okay, invite them to come and buy TBC. Okay, now one mistake a lot of persons do is that immediately they meet this individual, they go to this individual, they tell them, look, I have TBC for sale, come buy TBC. Okay, um another one will say one TBC is in naira is about 2 billion naira, and the TBC is worth 2 billion naira, so come and buy it. Some resort to discounting, they want to discount. Okay, this TBC that worth 2 billion naira, just give me 10,000 and get it. Looking at this, one, you get to the person and the first thing that come out from your mouth is that you have TBC and you want to sell TBC to the individual. Now, what you forget is this: what is TBC? Okay, what is TBC? So the individual needs to understand what TBC is. You know how that will be valuable to him, how that can impact on him positively, how that can impact on his family, how that can impact on his future positively. He needs to understand the role this thing has in society as of today. So if he doesn't understand all that, why do you think he's going to, bring out his hard-earned money and invest in things that he does not even understand? Okay, so that is one of the mistakes people have, which is they just get to the individual and they are like somebody with a gun, they are hunting you for your money. So if you follow this method, you are making a big mistake, please. If you are like a marketer with a gun, going after a big game, you just want to hunt the person and get the cash from him, it will be difficult for you to succeed. That's the truth. So that is one major problems a lot of persons have in the system. They will tell you, I've spoken to these people, I've spoken with this one, I've spoken to this person, nobody agrees to buy TBC from me. In fact, in my life, I've spoken to like 100 persons, nobody agrees to buy. So it's like TBC is not valuable. It's not true. TBC is very valuable. It's because of the method you follow, which is you just meet the individual and you went straight ahead and tell the person to come and buy TBC from what? From you, without educating the person on what TBC is. Another mistake is some persons will become so desperate that they want to discount TBC. Okay, if you have something that worth billions or billions of naira, and then you want to give it out to collect 100,000 naira, do you think that thing is valuable? No, just give thought to it. Is it valuable? For me, if you tell me that this thing worth billions, but you can't keep it, look at the value of it. You open your wallet, see the price. I would just look at it as one of those things that people have, or one of those money people have online and not able to withdraw. That is how I feel, and that is how they will feel also. So that is because you too cannot withdraw. That is why you are looking for someone to exchange it and collect their money. See, so this is how the householder will, sorry, that is how they feel. If he feels this way, come on, there's no way he's going to bring out his money and pay for something you already has, you know, have been able to tell him indirectly that it's not working. So that is the truth. It doesn't work that way. Now, another mistake people make, let me just take the third one. Remember, I've listed the first one. The first one is people just meet a new prospect and immediately we want the new prospect to buy without proper education. Two, you people want to discount their TBC and they tell you the value of the TV into billions and want to collect hundreds of thousands or maybe 100,000 or 50,000 in exchange for the wallet, which invariably means that it's not working. Okay, that the money is not real. Okay, so nobody will be willing to do business with a person like that. Now, a third one is this, that um, some person make the mistake of trying to tell everything the same day. Okay, they meet you, try tell all the stories, they do everything, talk, how good this thing is, how they have made multi-millions, how multi-millions have made themselves, different stories like that. Now the sad part of it is that when they are through with all that and they want to leave the prospect house, possibly a relative or a friend or acquaintance, and decide to ask that person, that prospect, please, can you give me transport? Can you transport, pay for my transport fare back home? I'm trying to get back home. I don't have any transport. Can you help me with the transport? If you are the prospect, someone that just told you about a business of multi-million or billions, and all of a sudden the person just decide to ask you for transport money or his transport fare, eh? Would you believe in such a system? Come on. That is another mistake people make. So if you do that to me, after much discussion, you just tell me how this hammer, even you say if you the transaction you make this that you're trying to uh be big. At the end, you look for transfer money from me. I just look at it as you are not serious. Okay, you are not serious. So this is another mistake people make, which is very wrong. Now, let us now look at what the leaders are doing. If you look at the leaders right now, what they are doing to succeed in their TBC business, starting from Randy, Favor, Dr. Dan, Derek Mbe, uh, um, Dan Lud, mention them, including Dan Ewa, what they are doing to become successful in TBC business is pretty simple. They are like farmers. Okay, they are like farmers. What do farmers do? You know, open the ground, bury the seed, cultivate the seed, pour water, the seed germinate, make it grow, and before you know it, it becomes a full tree and give them fruits. So that is what the leaders are doing. So that is exactly what you are supposed to do. Okay, that is how to go about it. Don't just rush into everything. No, allow the prospect to grow in stages by providing needed education for the prospect. Be patient and allow him to grow gradually in stages. By the time this individual gets to know the benefit that follows TBC, come on, he will be the one to call you and bring out his cash and sign up. Okay, be the one to invest heavily, be the one to come in for TBC when he understands the benefit. So that's what the leaders are doing. That's why they make out time to grow the business, to provide education, to follow the system, and to do a lot of things. That is what you should do as well if you want to succeed in this. Now let us um, highlight 4 rules that will guide you if you are to invite anybody to TBC products, as in to TBC. For example, if you want to invite your prospects, remember we said last week that you should have made a list of prospects, and we have given you guideline on how to generate that list, how to have those individuals. Now, if you have prospects and you like them to get to know TBC very well and to finally invest in TBC, how are you supposed to invite them? So we're going to state 4 rules today that will guide such invitation. Okay, 4 rules. Now let us begin with rule number 1. Rule number 1 is this: try as much as you can, but discipline yourself to become emotionally detached from the outcome of that invitation. Okay, let me take that again. Try as much as you can do anything possible to separate yourself emotionally or detach yourself emotionally from whatever outcome that ensued from that invitation you are making to that prospect. See, this is a problem a lot of persons cannot handle, as they're trying to invite someone for a program or to come and know more about TBC, or maybe you want to invite this person to come and meet your upline or your leader, or maybe you want to do a 2-way calls or whatever. But as long as you want to do this, rule number 1 is detach yourself emotionally from the outcome, because people don't know how to handle rejection. It might mean that when you invite this one, at the end of that all the strategy, you person say no, I'm not interested in the business. Okay, if that happens, there are some persons, because they are emotionally involved in that process, so they become discouraged and feel that, look, this thing is not working. One thing they don't understand is that it's not everybody that will give you an attention. It's not everybody that you invite that would like to do your kind of business. It's not everybody that is ready, to change their life. It's not everybody that likes to get to a particular venture. So people have different things in life they are focusing on. So rule number 1, like I said, detach yourself emotionally from the outcome of such invitation. Okay, and then remember that our initial goal is to educate and help the person to understand. Okay, so it is not to get the individual to immediately invest. So if you invite the person, say no, I'm not interested, or this is thing or whatever, gives you different, you know don't get emotionally, say don't, okay? So people feel bad when they are rejected. So that is why I'm saying detach yourself emotionally. Don't get dejected, don't feel frustrated. No. So just get these rules. Rule number 1 is detach yourself emotionally. Okay, don't allow your emotion to be involved as you're inviting them. It can be your friend. Look, it can be your dad, it can be your mom. Okay, it can be your wife, can be any your relatives, can be your closest friend, can be anybody. It happened to me. Invite a close relative, and I believe that look, this is a person I hope that he needs the money, he needs to get into the system, he needs to understand this thing, and he's gonna do well with it. And getting down there, he said, "No, I don't do that kind of business." That's the response I got. So come on, I don't do that kind of business. No, don't tell me I'm not interested. If I was emotionally involved, I would have felt discouraged. I would have said, "Oh, because this my relative whom I love so much, I feel close to, as said no, it means that it is no." Come on, it's not done that way. You have to remove yourself. Okay. Yes, it's true that it may hurt your feelings a little because of maybe the closeness you have with the individual. But as you're not emotionally attached to it, you can let it go. Okay, just focus on getting new prospects. Okay, just focus on that. You disappointed from time to time, right? But do not let this your prospect feel, see that you are becoming frustrated. You are becoming discouraged because of what he said or what you do. Because at a point when you become discouraged, he himself will turn around and say, ah, look, that means that thing was not real. It was not too good. That is why you yourself were not able to get through after he turned you down. Okay? It was not valuable enough. You use yourself, good stay. So try as much as you can to detach yourself from that. Now, rule number 2, you have to follow when you are inviting someone. Rule number 2, please do not forget this. Rule number 2 is be yourself. Be yourself. I mentioned that in one of the common mistakes when people get to their prospect and try to sound like, wow, they have achieved it all. In fact, the prospect doesn't know anything. The prospect is this or that. Prospect is is uneducated, so to say. He doesn't know the current trend. So they are trying to sound so high in level. They are trying to sound, you know. And then sometimes this prospect might have known you before now, and knew that this is not how you used to behave. This is not how you used to sound. This is not how you used to talk. Now you are talking with loud mouth. You are becoming more boastful. You are you are sounding so insolent sometimes. So it may make the person uncomfortable. I will like, oh come on, don't worry. I will call you again when I need you. I will surely get your attention. That's what they will tell you because it feels that you are more higher now. Maybe you are more educated. You are technologically better than him. So, ha. And you know where I might also look at, mommy, this guy, pride, as enter people, or as enter how, look at how the way he's talking. Ha. I cannot do business with this kind of a person again. So, do not sound different. Just be yourself, okay? Be yourself. Be natural. Be yourself, okay? Just focus on doing your best at the invitation, but do not overdo it. Don't use high sounding words, big grammar. Don't try to use words that the person would not even understand. And then, no, come on, it doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. Just try as much as you can to keep cool, be humble. And then, while you pass vital information to the individual, to take note of this rule, remember rule number 1 is be emotionally detached, from the outcome of the invitation. Now, rule number 2 is be yourself. This is very earlier. It is very, very, very important. Try as much as you can to be yourself. Okay. Now, number 3, bring some passion. Rule number 3, bring some passion. Okay. Enthusiasm is contagious. Okay. Let me just say, if you are happy about something, somebody just receive it, what you are going to notice that's going to happen is that people that sat around you will begin to laugh. Okay, they will begin to laugh. Sometimes they may not even understand why you're laughing, but because this state of mind, this state of emotion is contagious, they will also do what? Be caught off laughing. Okay, it is like that. So bring in passion, be enthusiastic. That's rule number 3. When you are enthusiastic about what you are about to say, about your TBC business, if you're enthusiastic about TBC, if you're passionate about your TBC, when you are saying this, the passion would show. Remember the number 2, I said, be yourself. Don't be arrogant. Okay. Don't try to sound different. But this time around, we're saying be enthusiastic. Okay. Show happiness, show passion, show that you love this thing. Okay. Let that passion flow through to that individual. You see him too, falling in love with TBC, especially when the individual has come to understand what you are doing. So be passionate as you're trying to invite. Those are the rules. Okay. Be passionate, be enthusiastic. Okay. So come up in you. Okay, don't just be only say this TBC, they say it's like that. They say they're going to do this. They say it's going to be like this. They say everything they say, they say, they say. meaning that you are not convinced. Okay, so if you are not convinced, why then are you telling the individual to come and join you? See the point? When you are not enthusiastic, the conviction will not be there. And when you are not convinced, there is no how the invitation you send out, would ring any bell in the minds of your prospects. They would not take you serious. So just let that fire light up in you, okay? Right? If there is something you like to do that can motivate you in addition to just the TBC news. If, for example, if you each time you listen to music and motivate you, just listen to music first before you go out to speak to him. Okay. If there's a particular you are motivated, please do that. If there's a particular book or passage you like to read and you are motivated, please do that. All you need is that passion, that light inside of you. You need to do that. If you're on phone, you're talking to this, you're trying to make the invitation on phone, try as much as you can to smile. Okay? Smile, be positive. Okay? When you smile, it is contagious. Okay? The person will feel at ease over there. He will try to find out what is this that is making you this happy. Okay? So your positive emotion is what will translate into better results. That's the truth. So try as much as you can to be passionate, be enthusiastic. That is rule number 3. Let me recap it. Be emotionally detached from yourself, from the outcome. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2, be yourself. Rule number 3, be passionate, enthusiastic. Now we go to the final for the today is have a strong posture. Okay? Have a strong posture. Okay? Why is this very important? All right. Sometimes you might be serious about something. Okay, this thing is good. TBC is good. It's changing people's lives. Okay, it's doing a lot for people. The abundance is really abundance in the lives of people. You know this very well, but you become very shy. You become very shy. Even when some questions come up, you cannot say anything. Feel reluctant. If you're afraid, it's like this guy is, it's more educated than me. It's like this guy has more money than I do. This person is should not even bother. Why did I even start the discussion? I will not be able to finish. With that kind of posture, you're looking apologetic every time now and then. Even when the individual would have had interest in TBC, your posture alone would have given you out. Okay, the individual will not believe that thing you just said, okay, is anything to write home about, because if it is something reasonable, you should have been proud of it. If it is something that you are convinced, you should have been proud of it. So why are you not proud of it? You're getting my point. So in as much as you yourself, you are not proud of what you have, so the next person won't be, because it won't be interested, because to you it doesn't mean anything. That is why you are not bold. That is why you don't have that strong posture. So for rule number 4, you need a strong posture. You need to be bold in your presentation, in your invitation. Okay, when you are inviting someone, you need to be bold. Stop apologizing all the time. I'm sorry, sir. Sir, I'm sorry. I played. See, it doesn't work like that. You don't need to sound apologetic. Okay, it doesn't work that way. So you need to be in charge when you are inviting your prospects. You need to be in charge. So you must have a strong posture. You have to be bold. You need to look into the eye of the individual. If it is, customary approved in your area to look at someone's eyes, you can do that, and then pass the information well. Get the invitation to the individual, to your prospect well. Okay, if you are doing that on phone, you don't need to sound apologetic on phone. Pass the message boldly, so that the individual will understand that you are serious. The individual will get the message clear. Okay, you will know that you are serious at what you are doing. Also know that you are serious and the message is serious. Okay, so that is what you need to do. Remember, there are 4 4 rules I have listed out today for inviting your prospect. 4 rules. 1, be emotionally detached from the outcome of the invitation. 2, try as much as you can to be yourself. Okay, be yourself, be natural. Don't sound foreign. Don't sound for supernatural. Okay, don't sound over advanced. Nope. Be natural. Number 3, have that passion in you. Okay, be passionate. Enthusiasm is contagious, like we said. So when you are happy, if you are enthusiastic about TBC, that too will be reflected on your message. And then because it's contagious, the other person, your prospect, will also be will also be enthusiastic about the message. Now, number 4, finally, is have a strong posture. That is, be bold as you are, telling people about TBC. Be bold as you are sending out invitation. Be bold with your message. Don't just don't look lame. Don't look apologetic. It doesn't help. So these are the things that you really need. This rule, you must observe this rule effectively as you are about to invite someone to TBC program. Either TBC to watch a TBC video, or you want to invite the individual for a 3-way discussion, or want to invite the person to meet with your upline, or whatever thing you want to invite the person to read the blog post, whatever things you would like to invite the person for, or maybe they want to invite the person to the live presentation like I normally hold every Thursday. Okay, if you want to invite the person to come and to my program, come on, you need to do that. You need to understand this rule effectively. Now, what are you to say? How are you to start this invitation? What are the steps you have to follow in order for your invitation to be effective? Even after you have this rule, you have observed this rule. These are the rules that governs your invitation. Now, what are the steps you have to take? Understand, for you to be effective in your invitation. Please keep it there with us, and then watch our next video. You're going to discuss steps that you need to take for you to be successful in inviting your prospects to a TBC event. All right, steps that will help you to be successful in it. So in our next video, we are going to focus on that. Just make yourself available and watch it. How would that be possible? Just click on the subscription button, and then click on the bell, subscription bell. The bell is just for notification, so that whenever I am live like this, you'll be notified. You can join me live. The new updates on the video, you will also be able to be one of the first person to watch the video and see what is going on. So thank you very much for being here. Like I said earlier, subscribe to my channel so that you can be able to get more updates and get more tips that help you to be successful in your TBC. Yes. Act like a pro. Yes. Focus and live the life of an abundant best vision. Yes. You need to do this. Keep it up.